Let us learn independent thinking. Independent thinking is nothing but the process of able to think on your own without someone else guiding you by Entity Resource Center. Independent thinking refers to the ability to form one's own opinions, judgments, and conclusions. This quality enables an individual to evaluate the world around them based on their personal observations and experiences rather than accepting information at face value. It is essential in navigating through life, particularly when it comes to problem solving, creativity, and leadership. Independent thinking supports the development of confidence and fosters a mindset of self reliance. Strategies to develop independent thinking. The first one is disconnect from sources of conventional thinking. To develop independent thinking, it is essential to disconnect from the usual sources of conventional wisdom. This includes avoiding over reliance on mainstream media, standard opinions, or traditional methods. By distancing yourself from these sources, you can create a space for new ideas and innovative thinking to emerge. Second one is immerse yourself in experiences that conflict your current perspective. Seek out experiences, ideas, and environments that challenge your existing beliefs and viewpoints. Whether it's engaging with new cultures, reading materials that disagrees with your views, or interacting with people who hold different opinions, these experiences face you to re-evaluate your perspective and broaden your understanding. And the third one is watch the process from a distance. Sometimes stepping back from a situation allows you to gain more objective view. By watching the world or a specific issue from a distance rather than being immediately involved, you can analyze it more critically. This pause gives you a mental space to question your assumptions and observe different angles that you might have missed while being too close to the situation. Fourth one is randomize your sensory inputs. Expose your inputs to new environments, foods, activities, and people. By diversifying your sensory inputs, you disrupt the routine and predictable patterns that often shape your thinking. Embracing novelty and randomness in your daily life can stimulate new ways of thinking and help you break free from old mental patterns. Fifth one is practice disbelief. Cultivate the habit of questioning the information you encounter. Rather than accepting conventional wisdom at face value, practice disbelief. Suspend judgment until you have critically assessed the logic and evidence behind the claims made. This habit encourages deeper reflection and fosters independent thinking. Sixth one, sequencing instructions. In an educational setting, sequencing instruction involves gradually introducing complex concepts. Students are encouraged to explore various aspects of subject or problem, often in stages. By rotating through different perspectives, learners deepen their understanding and enhance their ability to think independently as they piece together information from various sources. Seventh one is recovery from mistakes. Independent thinkers view mistakes as opportunities for growth. Learning from past errors and using them as stepping stones to improve future decisions is a critical aspect of developing independent thinking. Encouraging students or individuals to experiment, make mistakes, and recover from them builds a resilience and a more confident decision making ability. Eighth one is setting goals. Setting clear, specific goals is vital for independent thinking. By establishing goals, individuals can create a roadmap for their learning and development. This self directed approach helps maintain focus and ensures that the thinking process remains goal oriented, whether in academic pursuits or in personal growth. Ninth one is don't try to impress, do what is best. Independent thinkers are not concerned with impressing others or conforming to external expectations. Instead, they focus on what is best for the task at hand. By prioritizing the quality of work and the integrity of their ideas, independent thinkers avoid distractions and external pressures that can compromise their original thought process. Tenth one is use logic at all times. Logic is crucial tool in independent thinking rather than relying on intuition or emotions. Independent thinkers apply logical reasoning to analyze situations and make decisions. This methodological approach helps them assess situations objectively and arrive conclusions that are based on evidence rather than assumptions. 11th one is be willing to take risks. Taking risk is often necessary for independent thinking. When faced with new opportunities or challenges, independent thinkers are not afraid to step outside their comfort zones. They are willing to test new ideas, explore uncharted territories, or try to conventional approaches. Understand this risk taking is often a key component of innovation and growth. 12th one is have the courage to accept failure. Failure is an inevitable part of any learning process. Independent thinkers do not shy away from failure, but rather view it is an essential part of learning and growth. They have the courage to face failure head on, learn from the mistakes, and adjust their approach accordingly. This resilience allows them to persist and continue thinking prospectively, even though they face setbacks. Characteristic of independent thinkers. First one is persistence. Independent thinkers demonstrate persistence in the face of challenges. They stay committed to their goals even when they are confronted with the difficulties or obstacles. This persistence drives them to keep pushing forward and overcoming barriers that may arise, which is essential for cultivating independent thought and achieving long term success. Second one is self belief. Self belief is a foundation of independent thinking. Independent thinkers trust their abilities to solve problems, make decisions, and navigate complex situations. This self confidence helps them to take risks and explore new ideas and persist even in the face of adversity. Third one is confidence. Confidence allows independent thinkers to assert their ideas and make decisions without excessive doubt or fear of judgment. This self assurance empowers them to pursue their own path and embrace new opportunities without second guessing their capabilities. Fourth one is determination and motivation. Independent thinkers are driven by an inner motivation and determination to achieve their goals. They set clear objectives and pursue them with focus and resolve, even when the road is difficult. This determination is fueled by their belief in their own ability to succeed and the importance of achieving personal goals. Fifth one is self awareness. Self awareness is a key trait of independent thinkers. They understand their strengths and weaknesses, which helps them make more informed decisions. By recognizing their biases, preferences, and limitations, independent thinkers can approach situations with a clear, more objective mindset. The role of independent thinking in education. Independent thinking is a crucial skill that should be nurtured within educational settings. Teachers play an important role in encouraging this skill by asking higher order questions that prompt students to think critically and develop their own perspectives. And by encouraging group discussions where students share their ideas and challenge each other's viewpoint. By setting purposeful goals and promoting the ability to think logically through problem solving activities. Benefits of independent thinking. Independent thinking offers numerous advantages such as academic improvements. Students who think independently tend to perform better academically because they are engaged in the learning process. Increased self awareness. Independent thinkers become more aware of their own strengths and limitations. Enhanced problem solving. They are capable of approaching challenges with creativity and originality. Fostering social inclusion. Independent thinkers encourage diverse perspective, promoting inclusivity and reducing alienation. How teachers can encourage independent thinking. Teachers play vital role in promoting independent thinking by scaffolding. Scaffolding involves providing students structured support to students, they learn new concepts which is gradually removed as they become more proficient. Teachers can break down complex tasks into smaller chunks, more manageable parts, and guide students through the process, helping them gain the skills which are needed for independent problem solving. Second one is providing students with opportunities to self mentor. Encouraging students to self monitor their learning fosters responsibility and self regulation. Teachers can create opportunities for students to assess their own progress, identify areas where they may need improvement, and set goals for themselves. Tools such as a checklist, self assessment rubrics, and reflection journals can aid in this process. Offering models of behavior. Teachers can model independent thinking and problem solving by demonstrating how to approach tasks, analyze problems, and make decisions. By showcasing their own thinking skills, teachers help students understand how to think critically and independently. These models also provide real life examples of how to approach various challenges. Developing communication that includes language focused on learning. Effective communication in the classroom involves using languages that encourages students to think independently. Teachers can frame questions in such a way that students are required to explain, justify, and analyze their ideas. Using language that promotes inquiry and critical thinking, such as a why do you think that? What would happen if this happens? Helps the students to develop their independent thought and processing. Providing feedback and homework. Providing constructive feedback and homework is essential for helping students to learn more from their mistakes and grow. Teachers should give specific actionable feedback that guides students in improving their work while also encouraging them to think critically about their choices and reflect on their learning. This type of feedback empowers students to make decisions about how to approach their tasks and encourage independent thinking. Student voice. Encouraging student voice in the classroom is another powerful way to foster independent thinking. Teachers can give students opportunities to share their ideas, perspectives, and solutions, creating a classroom environment where students feel valued and heard. This inclusion in decision making promotes students to take the ownership on their learning and encourages them to think independently about their education. Practical applications in the classroom. Group discussions. By engaging in group discussion, students can express their own ideas and challenge their viewpoints, thus promoting independent thinking. Problem solving tasks. Activities that encourage students to apply their knowledge and think critically help to develop their independent thought process. Reflection. Students should be encouraged to reflect on their learning, assess their progress, and identify areas for improvement. Conclusion. Independent thinking is a crucial skill that can be developed and enhanced over time. It requires persistence, self belief, and confidence. By fostering an environment that encourages independent thought, educators can help students gain the skills they need and think critically and solve the problems creatively and approaches challenges with the confidence. Thank you.